Hello, everybody. I wanted to show you guys how chickens like to sleep. This is their methodology from day one, but I figured let's do something different and show you guys how do they make it to bed. So we're gonna tuck them in together. Let's see what's going on over here. So we've got a few that are undecisive if they're gonna sleep with everybody. So what I end up doing is I just close the door and they'll either go in or they don't. So let's give it a shot. Put the light there. And hello, Joyce. Welcome. We're gonna tuck in all these chickens, and then right after, I'm gonna show you guys how crazy they all are. So bear with me. I'm gonna just close up this door. Trying to take a look. Trying to get them to go in. Oh. Looking good. Come on. Go inside. You're trying to figure out logistics. Go. I don't want to wait here all day. Go. All right. So she did not want to go in. She definitely didn't want to go in without a fight, so she will stay outside. Moving on to this box. We're closing this one up. Good night, ladies. Come on. Go inside. Come on. Stop being stubborn. Get inside. There we go. Alrighty. So, before we start examining every coop, let's take a look of how many are still outdoors. So we got 1, 2, I think just 2. 2 of them decided to stay outdoors. So this is door number 1, so you guys can get an idea of how they all sleep. So you can see they're pretty comfy. They're more condensed towards the wall. And then the chicks have all the room in the world. But it's crazy to think this is how they sleep. So we're gonna go to the next one. This one is pretty average. Yeah, it's very different. And it's 110 at night here. So you'd think with this heat, they wouldn't want to stick, but they still want to stick. Actually, they do roost. It's embedded into the ground. I'll show you in a second. This is box number 2. Now this is the most crammed one of them all, as you can see. You see this flooring? This is how they roost in this plastic coop. So each claw's in there. They're a lot more comfortable. They won't slide or fall off like a normal roost. So this is the setup, and you can see they're all very crammed in there. But they're happy, believe it or not. Now, for the Mercedes setup, let's see how many are in there. Got to get behind this net. I'm going to raise this thing up. All right. Let's take a different angle. We'll go this way. Let's since it's a different way to see it. And then we can always go the other way. Boy, oh boy, this net is kicking my butt. Sorry. Managing a cell phone and a flashlight is a little tricky. And just so you know, besides the fact, I think one of my hens ate an egg, so the egg yolk is all over this egg, and I got like a nice amount of ants that are just eating the crap out of it. So thanks, Joyce, appreciate it. So here we go, we're gonna go peek on them for a second. So take a look. This is the middle, the back, the front. They got plenty of room. Definitely not as bad as door number 2. Hey Reese's, how's it going? You see how crammed they are? It's unbelievable. But they're comfortable until the morning when it starts getting super hot. That is, what is this? So I'm trying to show you guys, for people that don't own chickens, how chickens go to bed every night. So I've got 3 coops, and that divides them all up. And it shows you, even when it's really hot, they still want to sleep together for comfort, for heat, all that fun jazz. So that is what I was trying to demonstrate, because not everyone owns chickens. So I figured for those of you that are trying to get educated, that little live stream could give you a better idea of what it's all about. I saw a little spider move. Yeah, I'm assuming you have a wooden setup for your chicken coop. Thanks, Reese's. We appreciate that. And I love your chocolate. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, my favorite. Some of my chickens, such as these ones, do not care for being so close. So they actually, right now, because of the heat, they're staying outside. So, see if there's another one. And look at that, she's like roosting on the stairs. But I prefer to keep them indoors because there's coyotes that jump the walls. So I don't want to take any chances. I'm not KFC giving them chickens all the time, so I prefer to keep them closed up. Also, some of my chickens are quite loud. So in the morning, I do my neighbors a solid, and I only open up the doors at 7 a.m. so that they don't wake us up at 5 in the morning. Because that has happened to me. I had a rooster. The second he saw a little bit of sunlight, he starts crowing. And you do not want to wake up when it's pretty much black outside and they're crowing to start the day at 5 a.m. That was a very horrible day for me, I must say. Yeah, so that's what happens with wooden setups. You'll put together a roost and the chickens will do that. I created, let's go around to show you inside of the coop. Hopefully this setup with the flashlight, you guys can make out things better. So see, I added some bars here for them to roost during the day. So they got a bar right here, and I connected some cinder blocks over here to allow them to roost. But as you can see, they don't care for that. They'd rather just jump on the floor and start pecking at all the bugs. They are safe, but depending on the animal, they may not. So I have I had two poodles, and together they were killing the birds. So we had to be very careful because the poodles are so damn smart. They figured out how to open up the doors, and they've killed dozens of my chickens. So I had to get smarter with my own dogs. I thought I'd have to deal with coyotes, but since the coyotes are used to not coming to my house for chickens, they bypass the area for the most part, but sometimes they come around. So yeah, I keep them as safe as possible, and most importantly right now I try to keep them as hydrated as possible. So I've got, thank you Chewy for delivering my chicken feed. They're very, very helpful for those of you looking for cheaper food options, because the food bags are quite heavy. So you can see that is the first water dispenser, and that is number 2. So they got a lot of water and a boatload of food. I just filled this thing up today with food, and then there's another one back there with food. After that, they just walk around and peck for bugs that are hiding. So they do a good job of clearing them out, but at night they start coming out. So generally at this hour I would do a hunting video, letting my chickens eat all the bugs that are around. Right now I'm not seeing very many. I saw one just a second ago. I don't know if you saw it, but in Arizona some of our bugs, like I get a lot of scorpions on this wall. So I come out with a blue light and start smashing them so that they don't kill anybody or kill my chickens. I think one of them stung my chickens once and pretty much killed it. So it's in my best interest to make sure that we're scorpion free to the best of my ability, but they are very tactical and stealthy. Holy moly. So the bugs are not out yet, surprisingly. I hear the crickets. I don't know if you guys can make out the sound of the crickets, but they generally all come out here and they start eating the chicken's food that they've thrown on the floor. If it's not the crickets, then it's the ants. The ants are just insane. My pleasure. Happy to educate and to share. If you guys have any ideas or suggestions, I'd love to hear it, of what you'd like to see about raising chickens. For those of you that are new here, we've been doing pretty much a video nearly every day about my chicks. I incubated these chicks in this box, and if you look back at the videos, you'll see how much they've grown. They're almost a month old, so they've grown quite a bit. So we went from raising chicks together to talking about adult hens, and tonight is just showing everyone how they sleep. So yeah, so I will let you guys go for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in and dropping a thumbs up, and be sure, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and you'll get notified of other live streams and subjects that are easier to see than this flashlight effect. Take care. Have a good night. Thanks again.